Okay, Mr. Craney will get the next question. And I'm just going to follow up real quick. I have to ask this. Should teachers in the school be armed?
You know, I feel like, I mean, that's real touchy because it depends on what side you're on that right there. If a teacher feels comfortable, then I guess that's all it could be it's the policy, I suppose, where that starts first. But if a teacher feels comfortable in doing that, and they had it somewhere where it's out of, you can't even say that because there's no place in a schoolroom that's really out of place, or out of from a kid that can't get to it. I mean, they're kids; they're going to get into everything. So it's, if they're like my kids, I mean, they get into everything, and so it's just, I guess, should they be armed? I mean, if the state's going to allow it, and a teacher feels they're comfortable with it, then yes. I mean, if they feel like that's their choice, and they can, if they want to pursue that, then they can. But it's also in today's, it's that right there is a super touchy subject on. We could go for hours about should they be armed or not. I mean, it's just, as of right now, I mean, it's just something I think about, but I don't want to think about. We all want our kids to be safe, and if that's what it comes down to, if that's the way it comes down to, then then maybe that's the way to go. But for right now, I don't know if that's the way we need to go at this rate. I just don't know if that's the way we need to turn to. Yet maybe on down the road, that may be an option, but.
I would have to say that I think the safety plan in place, the SROs in place, would take care of what possible threat we would have. There is a huge liability issue if we have teachers who are armed and that weapon would get into somebody else's hands. So I think we just have to follow the plan that we put in place if there's an active shooter on campus, and hope that our training and that the officers we have on site will protect that threat.
Again, I think it kind of goes back to that. You have to have a unique solution for each school. I think if you were to do that, it would have to be the absolute perfect person who could take that responsibility. But I agree with Mike. I think if you have the right procedures in place and everybody understands them, and you've got your safety officer there, I think that's the best. I think that's the best plan to go with.
Thank you. Mr. Lewis will get